Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, come on in, you guys. Oh, it is a crazy Wednesday. Oh my goodness gracious. Today is Wednesday, July the 17th, you guys, and I don't want to get behind, so I want to get at least my mods taken care of and everybody that's in here. We've got our Christmas our Christmas in July coming up. You guys know it is going to be, I think it was July the 30th. I think that's the day we said we're going to do it, July the 30th. So, I need to put it on my calendar. Matter of fact, let me do it right now. Christmas. So I know, because it says Christmas on July the 30th at 7 p.m. Central Time. You got to be here to win. Let me give a shout out for the 3 people that came in here. Actually, I got 4 because one came in here at the same time as the third person, and I don't want nobody getting mad at me. So we got Ruby T is number 1, Sanja Watts number 2. We got Lisa T number 3, and then we got Miss Dee Dee. All right, because they came in at the same time. Let me make sure. Hold on. I gotta get Lisa T and Miss Dee Dee. Yeah. You guys came in at the same time. Okay. Let me see. C6 came in too. And CV. Okay, I'm gonna get those two too. C6 Banks and CV. Y'all came in at 301, but you was here. CV Banks, I'll get you too. Is that CV Bates? Sorry. So I'll put it in here. Cause I know how that works, you guys. Anybody came in here after that 1 minute mark, But that's everybody that came in here. Y'all came in here. Y'all was like, hey, huh? And so, cause I know that people live in certain areas, so I'm not gonna, you know, make a big deal out of it. But 301, you was in. I was already here. I was trying to download some other stuff. You guys, something is going on with that YSL Rico case with Young Thug. I don't know what it is. I was in school all day, and Diane, happy belated birthday to you. Ruby Turner's letting us know that it was your birthday, so we're gonna make sure everybody say happy birthday to Diane. She said her birthday. Lisa Calhoun said happy birthday. She said, I don't know, Diane must have told everybody. She said yesterday was my birthday. She said she turning the big 20. How old are you, Diane? How young are you feeling today? Because you got to be feeling some kind of way. But happy birthday. We got to sing the happy birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Diane. Happy birthday to you. Okay, I'm getting all into it. But I remember when I first heard I don't know what they call it, ambiance of the birthday song in African American, how we get it. But one of these days, you guys, I'll let you guys see a video of me and my kids. They were like, my son was like 10, my oldest daughter was 12, and we rented this huge limousine Hummer. I don't know if it was a Hummer limousine. Anyway, they had picked them up at their school and had the red carpet out for them and picked up all their friends. They had 6, 7 friends each that they could invite to their birthday. It was called a black and white, so you had to come dressed. You can't come in jeans, but you had to come dressed because we were going out. First of all, we rode around the town, smiling and grinning. But they got in the limo, and you got to remember this was a private school, so these kids, and it was Catholic kids. We're not Catholic, but my kids went to a Catholic private school because their curriculum was way over, what the public schools and other schools was offering, and I knew that would give them a good head start, and especially when it comes to their demeanor and their character and who they are. I wanted them to know that, here's the thing. If you go to a public school and you're already dominated by a certain group, you're learning everything that they're learning. I wanted my children to learn everything about their own culture too. And that was I wouldn't even say dominated. I'd just say ran and owned and operated Catholic private school, one of the best in Kansas, that taught the kids self-love about their own culture. So I just, because, I just didn't want my kids to just think, oh, we're the bottom of the totem pole. No, you don't have to be the bottom of the totem pole. I know how you feel when you're in school that, you don't like your own color, you don't like your hair, you don't like the clothes you wear, but it is what it is. So I didn't want my kids to feel that. I wanted them to be really proud of who they are and know that there's good in everybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hate just because you don't look like somebody. You can still congratulate them and be happy for them, but be happy for yourself also. And so, because I seen it one time, my daughter had told me she didn't like her hair because it wasn't straight, it wasn't, blonde or whatever. She didn't have the blue eyes. And it made me feel some kind of way. It's like, no, you should be happy for, and that's why you see a lot of grown-ups now put down their own culture because you may not believe it, but in the schools, it's almost like schools, TV, everything, in a sense, you learn it so much that you don't see nothing wrong with it until you're on the outside looking in and your kids are saying, Mom, I don't like my hair. Why? What? There's nothing wrong with your hair. Whether it's kinky, whether it's afro, whatever, it's nothing. That's your hair. Love who you are. Because, some people, you gotta love yourself. Some people be like, well, I'm too big, I'm too fat. In some countries, now in the United States, they like thin, almost anorexic, that's the only way you can be a model. Even if you have all the talent in the world, you can go on one of the American Talents shows and you can sing, and I mean, you sound just like heaven. They won't pick you if you're just overweight, or you don't have the right clothes on, or you got piercings on and stuff. So, with that being said, we look at a lot of things and we judge people. And so, it's not nothing bad about knowing who you are and loving on yourself. And so, if I didn't do anything right as a parent, my kids, they do love who they are. Now, I'm not saying, they know they got the strikes against them where they at. They know that. But I wanted them to know that, you can be in a group with people that look like you, that come from where you come from, and if they made it, you can make it also. And that was one of the things when we had Obama as president. A lot of kids was like, he looks like me, Mom. If he can be the president, that means there's a chance I can be the president too. Now, I'm just saying, it looks like, Mr. T is going to be the president for the next 4 years. Even though that he is a convicted felon in the United States, where a convicted felon can't even vote, you guys are going to be voting for the next president, and he is a convicted felon. So, okay, and I'm gonna say this right now. If anybody think if I vote for Mr. T or not, you will not know, because even though he has really weird ways, and people believe that Republicans is one way and Democrats is another way, I actually vote for the one that I believe will do the job to help the United States grow, and that my income will not just, it will be where I can take care of my family and everything. That's who you should be voting for. If that's Trump, then that's Trump. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You ain't got to like him, but if that's Trump, that's Trump. I mean, okay, hold on. Just because somebody got money or don't got money or whatever, I don't vote for color. I don't vote for race. I vote for the person I think that's going to do the job to better the United States and make right decisions. Now, with that being said, then felons should be, exactly, Lisa. You know what? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the process of this new election that's coming up. But to be honest with you, I really don't want to put a lot of time into that, because to be honest with you, sometimes things happen for a reason. All things has to happen for a reason. And if it was not supposed to happen, it ain't gonna happen. Okay. Some people be like, oh, they just made it because of this, that, and the other. People can cheat, lie, steal, beg, borrow, and all this other stuff. But if it's supposed to happen, that's what's gonna happen. So I don't get mad. I don't get frustrated. I may not like it. That's like when your mom made you some vegetables that you don't like, and she say you better eat it. Or you're not getting dessert, and if you want to get dessert, then and she, if she cooked it, she said, I done cooked all day, you better eat it and act like you like it. No spit now, don't leave the table until you done ate your vegetables. And you know what? You ain't gotta like it, but it was gonna do you well if you ate it. So, and being a kid, you just want the meat and the potatoes. You don't want the green beans and the corn, and you don't want that. That didn't taste that good. You know what I'm saying? And so we grow up learning these things from our parents, and they teach us when we get adults to be in agreement with something, but not be in agreement with what the person is, but what they stand for. So anyway, I really don't think we got a choice in this election, to be honest with you. It's kind of forced upon us who's going to be the president, and people be like, SP, you called it. Yeah, Mr. T is going to be the president. That's just the way it is. He's calling on everybody because his ears allegedly supposed to have gotten taken off. I don't know if it did or if it didn't or whatever, but if you speak on that, you will get in a lot of trouble. So therefore, what I'm saying to you guys, like, let's just, we're going to go through it. We're going to be okay. We're going to make it. It's no need of getting in arguments with anybody about what's going on with the election and all that, whether you like it or not. Something, especially when they become the president, it is not good to talk about our president, whoever it is. It's not good. So anyway, let me put y'all tickets in there. I just want you guys to know Ruby T was 7929916, Sonia Watts was 7929915, Lisa T was 7929914, Miss Dee Dee is 7929917, C6 Banks is 7929919, and CV Bates is 7929918. Let me put these tickets in here. And I got the numbers. Usually, if you see a number on the back of your ticket, that means you came in live or something. If you see popcorn on there, that means at the end of the live, you said popcorn. I put your tickets in there, and we call it a good day. It was one of us, and we were convicted felons. We can't get a job. We can't vote. So what makes him so special? Well, it is what it is, and he wants to be president so bad. And I don't know why. He has all the money in the world. He doesn't need to be the president. But, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he can, he believes he can do good. I don't know. Usually when people are just so obsessed with something when they really don't even need it, it's just like, it might has to do with control and getting more money. She said, I put my vegetables in my mashed potatoes so it can have some flavor. Exactly. Okay, so then felons should be able to vote, and felons should be able to apply for employment anywhere, and if they meet the requirements, they should be hired. Yeah, but hey, she said no, it just grazed him. Okay. Yeah, it did, but still yet having that close to death situation makes people vulnerable in their feelings, and you guys know how it works. I mean, I don't have to explain it to you and say, hey, looky here, this is a Caucasian man that has all the money in the world. I mean, he has a lot of money, and I mean, regardless if he stole it, if somebody he borrowed it, he worked a lot, he inherited a lot, he filed He filed for uh, what is it when you he you know when you file for the what is the word, you guys? What is the word when he doesn't pay none of the bills and oh my goodness, what is the word? Come on, somebody tell me what's the word. Um he filed when you ain't gotta pay nothing and you keep this and keep that or whatever. Anyway, he did that. Bankruptcy. Come on, Lisa T. Dang, how long it took you to put that in there. Bankruptcy, yes. And I don't know why I was thinking about T T T T T. Yeah, he filed. Thank you, Diane. He filed bankruptcy 2, 3, 4 times, and everybody be like, "That's bad." No, that's not bad. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We have that for a reason, because we know, like, if you made bad decisions, or you got yourself in a medical situation, or you just you ended up losing your job and there's no way to get up, then we have things in order so that you can come back and redeem yourself. And if it takes 2 or 3 times, it just do. So I personally, like I said, you guys, I don't really get off into it. A lot of people at work want me to talk about Trump. Am I with him or am I not? You're black, so that means you're Democrat. That does not mean I'm Democrat. That just means, hey, I grew up Democrat. But like I said, sometimes I just vote for the person I feel that is more adequate for the job. I want to talk more about what's going on, because somebody said that this matter of fact, let me try to find it. The second judge, here it is right here, it just popped up. Thank you, Lord. You see how good God is? The second judge recuses herself from YSL, Young Thug Rico case, citing former court deputy. So Judge Shakora Ingram, in an order issued Wednesday, citing her court's former assigned deputy allegations relating to a YSL defendant. The second judge assigned to the RICO trial involving rapper Young Thug and the alleged YSL street gang has recused herself from the case. Don't nobody want to take this case because they need to go and shut it down. I'm not saying, let criminals go, especially if they did something like, if one person you caught them, terrorizing, a whole group of people terrorizing the block or whatever. And I mean, not hearsay, she said this or she said that or this, that, and the other. I would like to have, you with the gun in your hand. I want to see that. I want to see a video with your face or something. I want to see concrete evidence that you did this, or this person came and said you did this. I don't want somebody on the stand saying, I can't recall, I don't know, I lie about everything, or whatever. So on this RICO case, it is a bunch of crap, you guys. I'm just telling you, because it's a whole bunch of little young guys, street thugs. Basically, there's a rapper, his name is Young Thug, and he makes a lot of money, and he still loves his community, and they support him, and things of that nature. Well, just because something happened in the neighborhood, it doesn't mean that he put a hit out on Peanut. For all we know, we don't know who put a hit out on Peanut. We just really don't know. So why are he's got all these gun charges? Was the guns on him, or was they in the house, or whatever? And things of that nature. We just don't know. So the second judge assigned to the RICO trial involving rapper Young Thug and the alleged YSL Street Gang has recused herself from the case. In a written order issued Wednesday, Judge Ingram filed the recusal. Court documents obtained by the news now list Judge Paige Reeves Whittaker as the judicial officer in the case. So that's two judges that is out of there. So now the court says they're gonna see Judge Paige. They're trying to hurry up and get a judge to get on the site, because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is you have 12 jurors that have been listening to this case, and they just cannot they've been going for 100 days. Not saying if you're trying to go like, oh, it's been 3 months. No, it's been longer than 3 months. They started somewhere back in like September, January, something like that. Because you can't count the days that they don't have court. You can't count the weekends. You can't count the holidays. You've got holidays in there. You got the 4th of July, and then you got when court is not in session, and then you've got holidays in there that is only but federal holidays, like I don't know, but you guys understand. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, Judge Ingram cited her court's former assigned deputy allegations relating to the YSL defendant, Kristen. So Kristen Eppinger. Eppinger case was severed from the rest of the YSL defendants last year after it was alleged the deputy tried to sneak contraband to him in jail with the help of one of his family members. So that's what they're saying there, is that judge overseeing another member, not the 6 that's on trial here, but she was over one of the alleged gang members that he did his case separate from them, and so she was over it. She says last year, after it was alleged some deputy tried to sneak contraband to him in jail with the help of one of the family members. So the judge recused in the Young Thug case shows. Referring to that episode, Judge Ingram wrote the deputy could be called as a witness in any future proceedings in this case, and so she might be called upon to assist this deputy's credibility or rule on the matters related to her criminal prosecution. Lord help me. Prosecution. Wow. So what she's saying is one of the attorneys might reach out to that deputy and say, so what was the young guy's name? Christian, and wasn't you involved in trying to sneak contraband into the jail for him, and this judge was oversee that case, and so and I don't know what happened. It said that, let me see, did he win the case or what? In an order issued Wednesday, judge. See, there's so much stuff that's going on. There's so much corruption in Georgia, it just doesn't even make sense. She cited her court's former assigned deputy allegations relating to a YSL defendant. Christian's case was severed from the rest of the YSL defendants last year after it was alleged that the deputy tried to sneak contraband to him in jail with the help of one of his family members. The judge recused in the Young Third case. Referring to that episode, Judge Ingram wrote the deputy could be called as a witness in any future proceedings in this case, and so she might be called upon to assist this deputy's credibility. So, they might be like, you lying, and the judge is lying too, because the judge was like, we didn't find no evidence, because they didn't want to find the evidence. She said, I think this case has been going on for a year. I'm not for sure. Yeah, somebody go look and see what the start date of that was, would you please? And then it says, this may undermine the public's confidence in the impartiality of the proceedings, Judge Ingram wrote. While the court does not regard the aforementioned situation as creating any actual bias for or against any party to this case, the court does view this as a matter that could cause a reasonable person to question the court's impartiality and reasonable give rise to the appearance of impropriety should the court remain on this case. So Ingram had been randomly assigned to the case from among the full bench of Fulton County judges after an order by a third judge, Rachel, recusing Judge Glanvill from the RICO trial this week. And I mean, it says the whole thing. In her order, Judge Cruz stated that the court has no doubt that Judge, I don't know why I called him Glanvill, can and would continue presiding fairly over these matters if the recusal motion were denied, but the necessity of preserving the public's confidence. And I'm going to tell you guys something. This justice system is so flawed. Yes. Yes, it is. So, attorney for Young Thug had argued Judge... I'm going to tell you, Rachel did not take Glanvill off the case because of the ex parte. She's saying that was okay. I mean, everything about that was okay. He was okay. He was right. Even though he was not in his right, because I'm gonna say this. He really should have notified. She said April the 8th. Oh my goodness. April the 8th. Thank you, C6 Banks. He should have notified the other defendant's attorney and said, "Hey, we're scared for this witness's life, and so therefore, you can't keep secrets like that." And just like, "Come on, let's go." And then Glanvill was like, "I can be fair, and I'm gonna show you how I can be fair, and this is what we're gonna do it anyway." And he's starting to say, "I did this and I did that and I didn't do this." He started defending himself while he was sitting up there. And so that tells you, if you believe that you're right, you're not listening to, how can you be impartial? How could you be not biased if you're defending yourself and not looking at, this is somebody's life that you got in your hands, and they're saying, look, you guys are over there having meetings and trying to get everybody to be in agreement with you. And I've got an attorney here. You've got 6 defendants here. I've got attorneys here that you could call, write, email, fax, or whatever. And y'all didn't even call none of us if there was a problem. You can't sit there and say, we're fearing for his life. For who? You didn't call none of the attorneys and say, look here, there was something said, or there was a note passed, or somebody told somebody, or whatever. What makes Woody's life so that it's so important? You guys got him from jail because he wasn't walking around, and told him, okay, so since you're going to go ahead and testify, let's get him some clothes, you guys. Let's get him some clothes and clean him up. Woody was like, no, don't do that. Because I want them to see how much pressure y'all done put in me. Just take me from the jail with these handcuffs on and I can walk in the court then. I don't want to look like I just woke up from Beverly Hills and walked in here like I've been on vacation. I want them to know I've been in jail. And shoot, things get hot in the kitchen. And that's why Woody did it. So, and you guys, I'm just gonna tell you, Woody is a character. Okay, he is a character. He's not the brightest star, but he's a character. So he's been on this dating show on YouTube with like 20, 25 women, and he asked them questions. He wants to smell their feet. He looking for somebody to date. And so he's becoming this icon, shaking his shoulders. Like he's not the smartest. So everybody's giving him a lot of attention. And he's like, for sure. What that mean? Like he's using that not as a crutch, but as he's marketing his intelligence, which is not so high. So he's trying to find him a girlfriend, and not only that, he's done left town too, which when you're a felon, you can't just jump up and leave unless his probation officer or parole officer allows him. He must have a parole officer because he's been in prison before. So anyway, things is happening in the United States, and we don't know why they're happening, but they're happening, you guys. They're happening. So, anywho's, let me finish reading this to you guys, and then we're gonna get into. I need to get my mod stuff together. Attorneys for Young Thug had argued Judge Glanvill should no longer oversee the case because of a June 10 proceeding known as the ex parte meeting that became the subject of deep contention in the trial. The controversy private meeting at which Judge Glanvill, prosecutors, and a witness was present without defense attorneys involved led to Young Thug's attorney Brian Steele being held in contempt and sentenced to a 20-day jail sentence, which has been reversed after the state Supreme Court granted him bond. Steele had been held in contempt for refusal to reveal his source for how he heard about the ex parte meeting. Judge Glanvill later released the transcript of the meeting with the witness Kenneth Copeland, aka Little Woody. Copeland was arrested on June the 7th and held in contempt after refusing to testify on the stand as part of an immunity agreement. A few days later, in the judge's chambers, prosecutors shared an email sent to them by Copeland's attorney, that's Brian Steele, accusing them of making him a target by forcing him to testify. They also said his attorney was threatening to pull out of the case. That is Mac. I can't remember the guy's name. Is Mac. I don't know why I want to say McIntyre. I know it's not McIntyre. It's something. But anyway, prosecutors later told Copeland that if he still refused to take the stand, he could be in jail until every defendant had their cases decided. He did eventually testify. Copeland had an attorney present for the meeting. Her name was Kayla, but she was a stand-in for his usual lawyer who was out of town. Steele insinuated that the court was committing coercion as no representation for his client was invited to the meeting. Okay, the extraordinary turn in the YSL case has captivated legal observers. So there is a lot of law students. This is going to be going down in history. You're going to hear about the state of Georgia versus YSL gang, Young Thug, whatever. They're going to be having that. They're going to be having that, learning that for all the rest of, making history. Just making history, you guys. Okay. So anyway, I need to make sure before I get off of here, you guys, I am going to 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm getting these tickets ready. 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I need to know the mods. I need you to put in the chat any mods that's in here right now. If you want your tickets, let me go ahead and write you down that you got your tickets, and put me in the chat if you're a mod, so I can give you a ticket. Give you 6 tickets. You get 6 tickets. I'm gonna put your name on one of them and move on, and I'll make the rest out as I go. I need mods. I need mods. Mods. Popcorn. Okay, Sanja. Sanja Watts. Okay, I got your name. Got your 6 tickets. SW. Anybody, any other mods? Because you got to be in there. She said, has popcorn started? No. Popcorn has not started. Tina P. I've got your 6. So, you guys got to remember, is that the only mods we have in here? Is that the only mods? I've got to make sure. If that's the only 2 mods in here, then I will get you guys' name. Matter of fact, I need that paper. Mods. Sanja and Tina Powers. Okay, Lisa Taylor. Okay, I knew there was Lisa in there. She didn't say nothing. I was like, what the heck? Lisa Taylor. Okay, I'll write your name down. And I'm put on here tickets. All given. Okay. So I'll say, Sonia Watts, your tickets include 7929 920 21 22 23 24 25. Tina Powers, your tickets are 7929 926 27 28 29 30 and 31. Lisa T, your tickets are 792 9932 33 34 35 36 and 37. So I will get those tickets. I have to write it all out, but I can do that when I'm off of here. But trust and believe, I got all 18 of them right here. You guys, I'm going to get off of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. She said, I'll sub for a mod. Girl, and you know what? We probably going to have to get rid of some of these other mods because I don't be seeing them. But every now and then, I know Zan got school and she got a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, you guys, I will see you guys Friday, hopefully. And you guys be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.